Hi everyone, this is the Short Eye Mastery Kit how-to video. Let's get started. Okay, first off, my order of presentation is short A, I, O, U, and finally E. If you have the short I kit, you will see that there are some short A words involved. And that's because we're assuming that your student has already mastered the short A. And even though they mastered it, we're going to continue to look at those things. We always cycle back to previously taught material. Okay, how are we going to use the items in the kit? We are going to start off by reading the user guide. The user guide is going to give you so much information on the best ways to use the bug books. And to get your most benefit out of it, you will talk about vocabulary words, you'll do some comprehension with your students, and the comprehension questions in there are called conversation starters because we like the students to be able to connect to self, to the world, to maybe other books that they read. They're going to see other characters from the short A books in the short I books, which always excites them. It's like seeing an old friend again. Check out everything in there because there's going to be some little notes in there like the floss and fizzle rule. Now, I'm going to talk more about the floss and fizzle rule when we get to the end of the video, but keep that in your forefront because it is important. All right, here's the bug books. They're super cute. They had a great illustrator, Lex Bianchi. She came up with the most adorable characters in the books. I love the youth that she brought to the books, so that's a lot of fun. Um, I have wooden card holders. Also, the wooden card holders have been made by up north, northern Minnesota. When we go up to the cabin, we say we're going up north. So if you live up here, you just live in northern Minnesota. We have a person up here is a wonderful woodworker, a friend of mine, and he made these card holders for me. I also tapped into the creative skills of somebody that lives in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, and she etched my name onto the card holders. So that's a lot of fun. But most importantly for you guys, the card holders are made so that little people will have their hands free. And they'll have their hands free so that they can potentially trace the words if they get stuck. And also, it's just really hard for kids to hold on to all those cards. And okay, let me jump back to tracing because I kind of flew past that quickly. Tracing means that if you take the two fingers in your writing hand and you say the sounds of the letters that are in front of you. So, for example, if she has the word Kim in front of her, she's going to say k, I, and she's going to trace that on the table. It actually slows them down to think about the sounds that they are seeing represented on the cards we call that a phoneme grapheme association. The cards that you're getting in your kit, it's a really fat deck of cards. They all are short I, no short A or anything else, just short I cards. There's directions with the kit, but you don't have to follow those directions. Do whatever you want with it. The kids love to make up games. So if you have a student that wants to make up games, great. However, the most important thing that you should remember isn't the rules of the game, it's the fact that the kids are reading the words. We want these words to become so ingrained in them that they are orthographically mapped. So they go to a portion of your brain called the orthographic processor, and those words can never be unread. So let's keep them reading and having fun at the same time. So use these cards for flashcards. You could invent a memory game with them. You could invent a Go Fish game by using the word families, otherwise known as rhymes. So the rhyme, R-I-M-E rhyme, is the last part of the word. So for example, with Kim, Jim, Tim, those words, I am is the rhyme. The letters preceding that is called the onset. So it's the onset and then the rhyme. Now, another way for them to read words and to become more automatic with them, because again, we're looking for automaticity and accuracy. So we want the kids to read the words automatically and accurately. And the back of the books also have word lists, and I want them to be able to read those words too. So the words that they're going to find in the back of the book are going to be very similar to the words in the games played here. So again, automaticity, accuracy, we don't want at, we want cat. We want fib, did, dip. We want them to read that quickly. And once they've done that, they've mastered short I, and you can move on. So take your little magnetic wands, your little markers, start playing tic-tac-toe. You're going to put the little chips on the board and play the games. Take the magic wand, erase, play again, and play it as many times as you want. This is a mixed list here. I also have words that are in word families. So if you're stuck on a particular thing, like IG seems to be tough for a lot of kids, then just work on that page. And when you feel like they can mix all the sounds together, then go for the mix lists. Alrighty, why is there a whiteboard in here if we're reading? Well, reading is really important that you can spell. So part of reading is being able to spell the words. And if you can spell the word, you're going to be able to read that word. So go to the back of the book again, and you'll find that the word list there that the students read maybe before they read the book, maybe they read it after they read the book, but you're going to take some of those words and you're going to dictate them to your students. So you're going to say, Tim, and they're going to sound it out as they write it. And pick out about maybe 8, 10 words, maybe 12, maybe 14 if your student can handle them. Write as many words as you can with them. And then when they're done, have them read the words back to you. Spelling, for some people in some trainings, they'll tell you that spelling trumps reading. So keep them spelling. Alrighty, now more information. Obviously, there's always more to learn, right? I've got a lot of blogs. One of my blogs is about the fizzle floss rule. So I said we'd come back to that, and so here we are. The fizzle floss rule is at the end of a word, after a short vowel, we double S, L, F, and Z. So that would be fizzle. Those doubling of those letters is a kind of a hard concept for kids. Right now, I would say they can read them fine because when we come up with double letters, the double letters are not pronounced twice, they're just pronounced once. And I've never found a kid that has read Mrs. and tried to say the S twice. They say miss, and they can read that word. Dictating the word and having them spell it is different unless they know the rule and they're able to apply that rule. So I wouldn't encourage you to have them write the words quite yet, unless for some reason they know the floss or fizzle rule. Alrighty, then the next thing is the lower level sound pack. So something that I like to do and a lot of OG practitioners do, well, I guess all of us do at OG practitioners, is that we use these sound packs. It's the phoneme, grapheme correlation. There's 44 sounds in the English language. I've got the representations of those in the card deck. We're not going to use them all. So just go through that deck. You're only going to pull out the consonants and short A and short I. And don't show them any more than that. It gets confusing, and you're actually only working on those right now. So, questions? I'm betting that you do. So if you have questions, I have office hours. I can't wait to talk to you guys and to delve into what you're finding, troubles that you're coming up with your students. I'm here to help you. Reach out to me, contact me at pam@laughingogrepress.com, and I will see you on a Monday between 12 and 1 Central Time, and we can chat. All right, it's been great. Thank you so much for checking out my product, and I will hope to see you soon.